This is the third video in the part-time student orientation video series. This one is on parent monitoring tools for eAchieve Academy. We'll talk about the tools that we have provided for you and ways to contact the students' teachers if your students have questions or concerns with the class. So, in eAchieve, the parent's role is to monitor and motivate students. Because they're not in a classroom every day with a teacher, we really do rely on the parents to check up more on the progress to make sure that students are progressing through the courses. In the other videos, you saw the PACE chart, which is a list of the activities that students should be completing each week. In this video, we'll show you how to use that along with the monitoring tools to show what your students are working on in each of their courses. It's very important, especially in the beginning of the year, that you check in with students often and help them to communicate with their teachers or with the eAchieve if they have questions or need help on their courses as they go along. So the first monitoring tool we have for parents is the Blackboard Observer login. In eAchieve, all grades are posted in Blackboard. This is different from face-to-face because they are not going to be posted in Infinite Campus until the end of the semester. There is a tutorial linked here on how to use your Parent Observer login that you will have received from eAchieve to check your students' progress, looking at that PACE chart versus the items that are due in the gradebook and how to read the feedback from teachers. Now, the parent gradebook and the student gradebook views are the same. So if you're somebody that's maybe not as comfortable with computers, feel free to have your student log in to their account and have them share their gradebook with you so you can see the items that have been submitted and the progress that has been made. The second monitoring tool we provide at eAchieve is a paper progress report. This progress report is filled out by the teachers and is sent to your house after week 4, 8, and 12 of the semester. Now, it's not going to show a letter grade on the progress report because we're looking at the progress at that time, but it will tell you the work quality that the student has been submitting. Are they on pace or are they behind pace? Are they ahead of pace? It will give you the course name, any comments from the teacher, and then the teacher's contact information if you or the students feel the need to call based on the information you were given on the progress report. These are, like I said, mailed to your house, so expect those during week 5, 9, and 13 of the semester. The final monitoring tool we provide for parents is an activity report. This activity report is auto-generated through Blackboard and sent to the parent email and the student email every Monday. This activity report gives you some different information than you get from the progress report. It's going to list the courses. It's going to show you the number of minutes the student has spent in the class total, the number of minutes the student spent in the class last week. Remember, for eAchieve classes, we're looking that students spend an hour per day per course, so the minutes should match up with that. It shows you the last date that the student accessed the course, the last date they turned something in, how many assignments have been due so far, how many of those have been completed, and maybe the most important thing to look here is the number of past due assignments. Okay? And in this example, there's only one, but as the students has more missing assignments, the list will grow there. So that would be a chance for you as a parent to have the conversation with your student. Hey, what's going on with this, and what can we do to make sure that that gets submitted to the teacher? The email address we use for that is the one that you've provided for us in Infinite Campus. So if your email changes, please update the Infinite Campus parent portal with that information. A new resource for parents this year is the Parent Resource Center. And if we click on this link here, it will take us to the Parent Resource Center, and you can see many of the resources we have here. If you have questions on how grading works at eAchieve, the staff contact information, the who do I call list, the school calendar. The eAchieve school calendar may be a little bit different from the face-to-face calendar. Now breaks, winter break, spring break, those are going to be at the same time, but deadlines for progress reports and the end of the semester may be different. So make sure that you take a look at those. There's also information down here about Infinite Campus if you do need to update that email address to make sure that you're receiving the correct login and activity report every Monday. Now, once you've watched the videos with your student, we would like you to take 5 minutes just to discuss how your student is going to plan for their eAchieve class. And ask them these questions. When will he or she work on that eAchieve class each week or day? Some students have an hour in their schedule at school specifically for eAchieve so that they could work on the class then. Also talk about where they will work. Are they going to work at school? Are they going to work at home? Do they have a quiet place at home to get their work done? And then how often are you going to have that check-in meeting to verify work is getting done? We want to trust that the students are doing their work, but we need parents to verify that the work that they've said they've completed has actually been done. Once you have completed that conversation with your student, if you or they have any questions on their eAchieve courses, feel free to contact the teacher of the course. The information is in the staff information button. And if your student is stuck or isn't quite sure what to do, please have them reach out to that part-time student liaison, Mrs. Jurish, and she will be able to meet with them face-to-face and get them on the right track. Thanks so much for watching. We're looking forward to a great year with you at eAchieve.